America is the land of fast food. So why is one of the fanciest McDonald's in the world here in Tokyo? Today I'm going to be comparing US versus Japanese fast food to see which one stacks up. I made a report card for each place, and I'm going to be rating them based on these 3 categories: taste, texture, presentation, and Rachel is also going to give us her approval as to whether or not this is good or not. Let's head to McDonald's and see how this stacks up. I think they have a Detective Conan collaboration right now. That's kind of cool. This food literally came out in like 3 minutes. It was ridiculous. I barely had a time to like find a seat and it was here. So here's what we got. Coke Zero, a Big Mac. I haven't had a Big Mac since I was probably 13 years old. Let's see what this looks like. I mean, the presentation is pretty good. It's not like smushed in there. It looks like everything is like perfectly balanced. Like what the, that's pretty decent. It is insanely hot back here, so we're gonna try to do this quick. We got a small fry. This thing looks, it already looks a little sad, but you know, they're McDonald's fries. Like this guy, he's having a hard day. I also am really excited to try the teriyaki chicken fillet. We don't have this in the US, or I'm pretty sure we don't, and let's see what this looks like. Oh, that is sloppy. There's so much teriyaki sauce on that, but I think it's gonna be pretty tasty. Everything is gonna be graded on my report card for each location. So everything is gonna get a star rating based on texture, presentation, taste, and Rachel's gonna give it a thumbs up or thumbs down just for bonus points. I'm gonna start with fries, because you always start with fries. They don't look super golden, so we'll see what this tastes like. Cheers. These are not great. They're actually a little cold. They're not fried very well. It tastes like a cold potato chip. No. We're gonna move on to the Big Mac. Like I said before, it does look like it's made really well. Here's the inside. Okay, everything is stacked. There's no sauce on the bun, which is interesting. There's a bit of sauce underneath. We get 2 pickles that are centered perfectly, so that's really nice. And the bottom layer, we get their 1 piece of cheese. We get the other, you know, sauce and stuff. It actually looks like it's done pretty well. That looks like a pretty decent looking burger. Taste test time. Cheers. I haven't had a Big Mac in very long. It's a little bland, but it tastes like McDonald's. Also, keeping in mind, this was like $4 US for this burger, so it's not terrible for that price. I wish the sauce were a little more evenly distributed because I didn't get a huge bite with sauce, which is really weird to say, or I just can't taste the sauce very much. Do I have any more mayonnaise on my face? Like in my s'mores video, where I had marshmallow all over my face for 20 minutes. Now, last but not least is this chicken teriyaki fillet. I'm gonna open this thing up because I've never seen the inside of one of these. Oh my Lord, there's so much sauce and a bunch of mayo and some sad lettuce, but you know, we're not here for the lettuce. We're here for the teriyaki sauce. Cheers. That's actually really good. It's spicy. I didn't expect it to have a little bit of spice. It has a good texture to it. The chicken itself is still crispy even after being soaked in all that teriyaki and sitting here for a little bit of time. The creaminess of the mayo helps a lot too. This is pretty good, especially compared to the Big Mac, which is the flagship.
While I do the report card, it's time for Rachel's rating.
So since she voted sideways like they do in Gladiator, this is a +0. So McDonald's Japan, you get an 8 out of 15 stars.
8 out of 15 is a slow start, but let's head over to the US.
Now it's time to try McDonald's here in the US, who sell more beef than Drake and Lamar. Let's go inside, order some food, and see how it stacks up to Japan's McDonald's. So at my local McDonald's, they actually bring the food out to you. I haven't been to a McDonald's since the one in Japan, which I don't go often, but that's actually a really cool little touch. We got a Big Mac and a small fry. The McDonald's Japan fry were not good, if you do recall. So I'm gonna take out the report card and see how they do. First up, the good old Big Mac. Look at it. It's big, it's macky, it has a nice bun. The bun looks really good. You know, you get a little bit of maybe microwaved beef in there. I'm not actually quite sure how they cook it. The pickles are off to the side, which is totally fine. You get a mouthful of pickle. On the bottom, you get a little bit of onion. You get one piece of cheese. I didn't realize there was only 1 piece of cheese, some sauce, and some lettuce. I could have sworn Big Macs used to be 2 pieces of cheese. Presentation looks great, not gonna lie. It's a nice looking stacked burger. We're gonna give this big old sloppy thing a bite. Cheers to McDonald's here in the US. That's a pretty good burger. It has a nice like tanginess to it from the sauce itself, from the Big Mac sauce. The meat is pretty tender. You can't expect much from the meat itself, but you do get a pretty decent bite all the way throughout. It still has the cheaper McDonald's-y taste because it is sweeter in some cases. Like the bun, you can taste is sweet. Some of the sauce itself has a little bit of sweetness to it. It just overall, it tastes sweeter than I ever remember McDonald's being. So that's something to be said there. Next up are the McDonald's French fries. So the McDonald's fries in Japan were not good. They tasted like they weren't all the way cooked through. They weren't crispy at all. These immediately have a much better feel to them. You can see it has a little bit of give, but you can tell that the texture is there. Like, I don't know if you can hear this, but I can basically scrape the texture. So now we'll give McDonald's French fries a taste test. Cheers. Much better than I remember Japan being. Still not great. I don't know if there's just not enough salt. Maybe my taste buds are shot. I feel like it needs more salt, but still pretty good. I can dip these in ketchup, but on their own, they're lacking in flavor just a little bit. Texture, great. Nice and hot. Overall, not a surprising meal. This is what I expected in McDonald's, and now I'm gonna grade it.
But first we need Rachel's rating.
So with Rachel's +1 approval, McDonald's US gets a 10 out of 15.
The US is starting off strong with 10 points versus Japan's 8 points. Now it's time to test out the most square burgers on the planet, Wendy's.
The next spot is Wendy's, and they have some really interesting new things that are limited to Japan that I really want to try. I haven't had Wendy's since college, so let's see how this is. All right, let's go find us a seat. I'm excited. Honestly, the food looks really nice. Presentation-wise, I think it's pretty solid. Look at this burger. This is the classic Wendy's single cheeseburger. It's stacked really well. The bun is nice and soft, like honestly. It looks really good. Look at the inside of this. Slathered in mayo and ketchup, which you want. You get one offset tomato. Oh God. You get one. Nobody else did it. We won't count that for presentation, that's my bad. You get a couple of pickles, which is really nice. Then you get a little cheese, a little burger. Classic. Honestly, presentation spot on. See how it tastes. That's actually really good. The burger itself is pretty decent. I mean, it is fast food. This came out in like 4 minutes, which is really great. You have a little bit of Maillard on the bottom. You get a little bit of that nice crust on there. That's a classic cheeseburger. That's great. But before I get into the limited Japan special truffle burger, I want to try these fries. These are the Wendy's buttered fries that are maybe exclusive here to Japan, but I'm not quite sure. Let's see what this tastes like. Wow, those are good. They put some kind of powder on there that I want to rub all over my body. They're nice and crisp. They have a nice flakiness to them, but they're still really pillowy in the middle. And there's something going on with the fries out here. Those are so addicting. Oh my God, those fries are good, dude, like super good. I wonder what the Rachel thumb is gonna be. But now I wanna try the limited edition Japanese truffle cheeseburger with bacon. I've never seen a truffle cheeseburger with bacon at a fast food joint, but this is what the inside looks like. It looks like maybe cheese sauce instead of just a cheese slice, but you have some onion on there. It smells heavily like truffle, and it's obviously not real truffle. What it actually is truffle oil. Truffle oil is super strong, but it's also really cheap to make, and it's usually synthetic, so you're gonna get a truffle flavor, but it's not gonna be actual truffle. Cheers. This is also really nice. The truffle itself is like not offensive at all. It smells really harsh, but eating it is really clean tasting. You just get a little bit of truffle flavor. It's not super bad. The bacon is kind of nice, to be honest. Like look at it, there's just bacon and cheese. Nice little piece of bacon, cooked pretty nicely. Oh, that's delicious. Wendy's, what's up? Is this like this in the States? I don't know. But now it's time to fill out the Wendy's report card.
And while I'm filling out the report card, we need Rachel's rating.
So that means with Rachel's rating, Wendy's gets 13 out of 15 stars here in Japan. Let's see how the American version stacks up. You have a lot of work to do, US. Now that we've tried Wendy's fast food in Japan, we get to try it here in the United States. Let's go inside, order some food, and see how it does. May I please do a Dave's double sandwich? Just a sandwich and a small fry. Once again, the food came out incredibly fast. I ordered just the Dave's double this time because they didn't really have anything exciting on the menu, whereas Japan had that really interesting truffle cheeseburger, so there was a bit of a difference on the menu. But as has been tradition so far on this journey, I ordered a sandwich and a fry. This time I didn't get a Coke. I've been eating this stuff all day, Do not need more. We're gonna change it up and we're gonna try the fries first. This is a small Wendy's fries. I don't know if we have shrinkflation happening because I don't eat fast food that often, but if you do, please let me know. Have the fries gotten smaller? Let's give these a taste. Cheers. It's a little dry, but they're fine. Yeah, I think they could use a little more seasoning. You can see that the fry itself looks pretty blonde, so it wasn't cooked too long, but it still has a nice enough crisp to it. It's still kind of pillowy, but I don't prefer them, to be honest. They're not bad, but they're not great. They kind of taste like apple pie. Do they fry apple? Really weird flavor I'm getting. But this is what we have to try. This is the classic Dave's double cheeseburger made into a square, because apparently squares are much more efficient than circles. And this is kind of true if you're cooking things on a baking sheet. Whether or not they make things on a baking sheet, I actually don't know. Presentation-wise, this is pretty nice. That actually looks pretty tasty. You got a nice piece of surprisingly romaine lettuce. They have romaine lettuce on their burger instead of iceberg, which is really interesting. You get a nice chunk of onion, some pickles, a ton of sauce, some fresh tomato. Then the sandwich itself is not stacked properly, but I don't think that's a problem. You get 2 nice beefy patties, 2 slices of cheese, and I don't think there's anything on the bottom bun. I'm gonna take a big old bite, see how this stacks up to the Japan version. Cheers. This is surprisingly bland. There's not enough sauce. There's not enough salt. The ketchup itself doesn't taste like it has salt in it. It's the weirdest thing. You can see it's all layered really nicely. It's like there's no seasoning, which is very weird to me. I'm gonna try another nibble and see if it tastes any better. Okay, this can't just be me. Maybe I'm losing my taste buds after all this fast food, but I'm gonna have Rachel try this before I grade it.
It's time for Rachel's rating.
It's really bland.
Honestly, that kind of threw me off a little bit because the Japan Wendy's was seasoned really well, almost over-seasoned in a lot of ways, especially when it comes down to that truffle cheeseburger we had. I'm super disappointed. Here's your report card. Wendy's US, you get an 8 out of 15.
Wendy's US was only able to gain 8 points here versus Japan's 13 points. Let's see if the King of Burgers can turn things around for Team US. The flagship burger at Burger King is the Whopper, but Burger King Japan also had a cheese creamy Mexican avocado Whopper. I don't know what that means, but I'm going to order one.
Food acquired. Oh God. Oh God, I'm getting old. Here's what I had ordered. First, I'm gonna start with the good old Whopper and then get into whatever this Mexican version is. I grew up in San Diego. I don't think I've ever seen a Mexican Whopper before. Right out of the gate, presentation isn't the best. It's a little sad. The bun is nice and soft, feels really nicely steamed. Let's look at the inside. There's so much mayonnaise. Oh my God. Is there anything else but mayo in there? Then you have your burger patty, which is a 1/4 pound patty, ton of onions, pickles, and tomato. It's a Whopper. Cheers. The flavor literally has not changed in 20 years since I've had this. You actually get a nice char. The burger tastes pretty good, salted really well. The veggies are nice and crisp, even though it's like loaded with all of the mayonnaise in Japan in this one burger. It tastes pretty good. I'm actually gonna take a second bite. That is one tasty burger. But now for the Japan special, the Mexican burger. I have so many questions. Upon opening it up, I mean, the presentation isn't terrible. Look at that. You have avocado right there, a little chipotle kind of dressing. You have a ton of mayo again. They need to chill with the mayo. You have a little bit of veggie, tomato, onion, a little bit of lettuce, and pickles right up there. The cheese is slightly melted, which is totally fine. And then you have the burger, classic Whopper patty. I have high hopes for this. This was also double the price of the regular Whopper. Cheers. Initial thoughts, pretty good. Avocado's fresh, it's nice and creamy. The burger itself is the same as the other Whopper, so not much has changed there. It has a nice char to it, has some nice saltiness. The pickles are decent, you know, it gives it a nice like pop and crunch. The chili sauce is basically a really tame, mellow chipotle sauce. Like the most mellow chipotle sauce I've ever tasted in my life. They took normal chipotle and then they drown it in all of the mayo because you can barely taste the chipotle. Like it's there. It's trying so hard to be its own self and it just falls flat. If they just made it a little more spicy, this would literally be an 8 to 9 out of 10 fast food burger. I'm gonna take another bite for prosperity. There's a chili sauce in there. It just needs a little more, guys. But now, for the Burger King fries. I always remember Burger King fries being fantastic. These are like nice and golden. Look at that color. Here we go. Feels nice and salty already. Oh wow. Yeah, super crispy, nice and golden. Honestly, these are just fantastic French fries. No, I'm genuinely surprised by these French fries.
And while I'm filling out the report card, we need Rachel's rating.
So with Rachel's thumbs up, we add a star to the Burger King report card for a total of 12 out of 15 stars. Let's see how the American version stacks up, because this is gonna be hard to beat. Now that we've tried Japan's Burger King and their very interesting Whoppers, we're gonna go into the US location and see if they're any better. Can I do a number 1, please? And may I also do the How to Train Your Dragon Whopper as well, just the sandwich. Okay. Ooh, look at all the choices though. Hold on. No, we're gonna get you. Where's ice? Oh god. There's so much ice.
Unsweet. There we go.
It's like from the future. It's so much tea in there. This food came out so freaking fast. I didn't even have really like time to get my seat. These fries, honestly, look really good already. So this is gonna maybe put Japan to shame. The first one is going to be regular Whopper with cheese. I grew up eating these when I was a kid, probably why I gained so much weight. This looks like a good old backyard burger. We'll see what the inside looks like. I mean, it's pretty stacked. It's some fresh lettuce, mayo, sloppy sauces, some half melted cheese, and a flame grilled burger. I question whether or not it's actually flame grilled. We'll take a bite. Cheers. This just tastes like a pretty good dad burger. Like you went to a backyard barbecue, dad's making burgers, this is it. Everything kind of has a little bit of everything that's in there in a bite. So when you bite into this thing, it's pretty stacked. It's actually pretty good. I'm genuinely surprised by how good that Whopper is. But now I want to try the French fries. These feel incredibly crispy. Cheers. Those are really good French fries. Here you go, Rachel. They're nice and pillowy. They have this really great texture on the outside and the inside. They're crispy. They have a great seasoning on them. Honestly, this is a fantastic French fry. Those are good. But now we're gonna try the Burger King special. This is only in the US and is the How to Train Your Dragon Flame grilled Whopper with cheese. I don't know what that means. And I don't know if that actually means that they used dragon breathing to make this. Could be a Skyrim thing, could be a How to Train Your Dragon thing. It could be someone who's very angry breathing on your burger. Oh, that's fun looking though. Look at this. What is, that's the most Japanese thing I've seen in the States. Look at that. Look at the color on this. That's super fun. The inside looks like a regular old Whopper. I wonder if it's spicy. Oh, does that have bacon? Oh, it does have bacon. It does have bacon in there. Look it, there's bacon. Ooh, it smells smoky too. I'm excited now. Cheers. This tastes exactly like this, except it has smoked bacon. So it just got better. Honestly, this is pretty good, but now I have to grade it.
But first, Rachel's rating.
So now with Rachel's +1 star, Burger King US actually got 13 out of 15 on their report card, which is super good.
The score is actually 12 out of 15, which was the same as Japan. I just can't do math. With Burger King Japan and the US tying for 12 out of 15 points, it's time to visit the chicken place that everyone loves in Japan, KFC.
Japan takes KFC very seriously. They purchased it for Christmas, and I want to see what it's all about and see if it stacks up to the American version. Let's go find a seat. Watch your step, Colonel. So now for KFC. I'm trying to be very quiet because it's actually very quiet in here. But we had ordered the peri chicken. It was like a salt and pepper chicken that looks fantastic. And of course, original recipe. So greasy. I haven't had KFC probably since I was 12 years old. So this is gonna be a treat for you and for me. First, the original chicken. It looks really good. It's really dry. I think I might die. Like, it looks really moist and everything, but man, that chicken is dry. And it admittedly doesn't have a ton of flavor. Like, I haven't had KFC in a while. That's the most flavorless KFC I've ever had. Okay. You know, maybe the peri chicken will be better. Cheers. It's actually super moist. The coating on it is actually really flavorful. A lot more salt, which is way better. This one is really good. Whatever original recipe they have going on there, they need to change that original recipe. We also ordered some KFC French fries. They look really nice, really thick. Let's see if they're good. They're not bad. They taste like KFC mashed potatoes, which I don't know is a good thing or a bad thing, but okay. I don't understand what the hype is. I'm gonna fill out the report card while Rachel gives us Rachel's rating. Wait, did you have that one first? Your expectations are... Is that like sawdust? Yeah, Rachel's rating?
Say it right, dude. It's Rachel's rating.
Let's tally these points up. KFC Japan, very sad. Here's your score. Taste, 2 stars. Texture, 3 stars. Presentation, I gave you 3 stars because you can't really present fried chicken in a lot of meaningful ways. So that's 8 out of 15 stars, but you got a negative star from Rachel's rating. So that's 7 out of 15 stars. America, I really hope you can do better.
7 out of 15 stars is the lowest rating so far. Let's see if KFC US can do any better.
Next is KFC United States, started by Josh Weissman. It's actually started by Dave, Kentucky. Let's go inside and see how this compares to the Japan KFC, which I wasn't happy with. Original recipe, please. And can I do a drumstick and a thigh on that? So this took almost no time at all, which is why it's called fast food. This is what we get for 12 bucks here in the US. Soda, which is a diet A&W root beer. I love this stuff. And since this is the combo meal, I got a chicken leg, a chicken thigh. I actually got a biscuit, French fries, and the soda. Admittedly, there looks like this has a bit more breading on it, but it also feels a little soggy. Let's see how this tastes to compare it to Japan. Admittedly, this is seasoned very well, and it's nice and juicy. You can see when I pull this apart, it's just really nice and tender chicken leg. This is actually really good chicken. The breading itself is still pretty crunchy, it has a little bit of texture, although it is a little soggy. And that kind of happens here where they're normally going to fry these at a time and then maybe refry them or bake them. I'm not entirely sure, but that's how they get it to you so fast. It's also incredibly greasy. You can see just this glisten of grease on top, but it also smells pretty good. So cheers. Look at how tender that is. It's actually really tasty. Other than the bottom of this being a little doughy because it's really greasy, it has great flavor. It's actually pretty good. But now we have to try the French fries, because I did get French fries in Japan, so we have to try them here. They look really nice. They look like they're seasoned pretty heavily. Let's see what the inside looks like. A little soft, but that's okay. Let's see what they taste like. Cheers. Really fatty and greasy, but they're a pretty good French fry. Could use a little more salt, but that's pretty solid. We didn't get a biscuit in Japan, so I'm just gonna eat this just because. This looks nice and flaky, nice and soft still. See what this tastes like. Cheers. It tastes like I remember. But now, I'm gonna grade KFC US.
And while I'm grading, we're going to get Rachel's rating.
So with Rachel's thumbs up approval, KFC US actually gets 12 out of 15 stars on the report card.
With KFC done, we have one more battle. It's time to bust out the heavy hitters. Each of these next locations only exist in their respective countries. And for Japan, I have chosen Freshness Burger.
This menu looks pretty wild. I mean, look at some of these burgers. Those look freaking fantastic. I actually hope they look like that when we order, but we'll see. So we're gonna do essentially a double-double and a salmon burger. We're gonna try those two things. Hitotsu kore onegaishimasu.
I'll save you the trouble of trying to listen to me order in Japanese, and we'll just get to the food.
This looks so good. Bro, hold on. I gotta show Jake. Look at, what?
The burgers kind of look like sausage patties.
They do kind of look like sausage patties. Right out of the gate, this burger looks beautiful. I mean, look at that thing. It is stacked gorgeously. The burger patties do look, like Jake said, a little sausage-like, so we'll see how those taste, but I mean, the burger looks beautiful. I already know what this is getting for presentation. This is a giant burger, dude. Oh my God. That thing is massive, and I can't wait to try it. You know that came out wrong, but we're just gonna go for it. Cheers. The burger meat is actually super tender, but what's interesting is it doesn't taste like burger meat. It almost tastes steamed in a way. Like there's not a lot of char to it, but the meat itself is still really good. I kind of want to look at the inside. Let's see what this looks like. You got some pretty fresh lettuce. There's a ton of cheese. You get 2 patties. The patties don't look grilled. so I'm not quite sure how they make this. It might be in an oven or a flat top, but I mean, it's still pretty freaking decent. Next up is one of their specialties, which is the salmon patty. This thing looks pretty simple. It almost just looks like a fish fillet. It looks like it's breaded really well with a ton of mayo or tartar sauce and some lettuce, and not a whole lot going on for the most part, but we're gonna dive into this one. Cheers. This one has a great crunch. The salmon flavor is really good. There's a ton of tartar sauce. I mean, when I said there was a lot of tartar sauce, it's like coated with tartar sauce. I actually really like the flavor of this fish. It's seasoned really well, and it just tastes like a salmon fillet of fish, you know? It's like a step above McDonald's. So we've had the burger, we've had the salmon patty. Now it's time for the French fries, which are actually one of their specialties, and these are more like JoJo's. These are not real, like traditional French fries, but I actually really like this style of potato, so let's dive in. It's fluffy, it's really, really thick, and it's seasoned really well. Definitely not a French fry by any means. These are really good. I would smother this in ketchup, and I would order these again. But now, I have to fill out the report card.
While I'm filling out the report card, we're actually going to have Jake's take.
Jake, for the overall meal, thumbs up, thumbs down, or side thumb? The whole experience.
Side thumb.
So the final tally is 12 out of 15 stars for Freshness Burger.
12 out of 15 stars isn't bad for Freshness Burger, but is it enough to fight the US's competitor, In-N-Out? Now that we've tried and graded Japan's Freshness Burger, we have to try and grade In-N-Out, one of the best chains of burger restaurants in the entire United States. Especially for me. I grew up on it. Let's go inside, order some food, and see how it is. In-N-Out is known for their double-double, and that's exactly what I'm going to be ordering today. At In-N-Out, you can definitely get a combo meal, which is what I'm going to be trying. The only thing that I'm doing to my In-N-Out is adding extra onions, because I really like extra onions.
I'm so excited. I'm so glad Rachel also got a burger, because I'm probably just gonna eat that one too. It's In-N-Out, man. What do you want from me? I've eaten this burger for about 25 years. I used to eat this all the time after school when I lived in San Diego, and these smells are going to be very hard to beat. This is a classic double-double with onions and grilled onions, mustard and ketchup. But you know what it's missing is the secret sauce, because I didn't order it here because I have secret sauce at home because of Cooking with Chaos, my brand new infinite recipe card system. I literally have a secret
Guest
sauce.
number 80, please. Guest number 80.
I literally have a secret sauce card in Cooking with Chaos you can use for your burgers at home, and it's going to taste like In-N-Out. If you want to pick up my brand new infinite recipe card system and start making amazing combinations of your own, I'm going to leave a link down below or a QR code on screen, because trust me, you don't want to miss out on Cooking with Chaos. Now let's take a bite of this and give it a grade. I think it's going to be an A+. Cheers. I honestly think this is unfair because there's so much nostalgia tied to that one bite. The meat itself is always grilled really nicely. The bun is soft. The cheese is ooey and gooey. The lettuce, tomato, onions are super fresh. The bun is grilled nicely. This burger is fantastic. But now for the fries. Here's a little hack that Rachel does. She orders the fries extra crispy or well done, so they have a much better crunch to it. Way better than their normal fries. So if you ever come out here, ask for them extra crispy. Cheers. For those of you who hate In-N-Out fries, get them well done. This is one of the easiest meals to grade. This is like that star student everyone hates, but they also love. So what am I giving In-N-Out? This is easy.
And while I'm grading, we still need Rachel's rating.
In-N-Out is the first place to get a 16 out of 15 stars on the report card.
With Freshness Burger Japan getting 12 points and In-N-Out getting 16 points, it's time to tally up all the scores and see who is the ultimate fast food champion. Here's the final verdict between US fast food and Japan fast food. Japan with 52 overall points. US with 59 points out of 75. The US won by just 7 points, but we did conclude that we would rather have US fast food instead of Japanese fast food, and there's a big reason for that. Just have Japanese food in Japan. If you like this video, I'm gonna leave this video over here for you where you can see me try every rice ball in Japan. My name is Paul, and remember, keep playing with your food. Now I'm just gonna go walk off all of this food that I just ate, and I never want fast food ever again. Ooh, a Starbucks.